I heard this yesterday from a real estate investor who's a billionaire, certified billionaire. Okay. And he says he never paid a dime of credit card interest. Do you think that statement resonated with a lot of people where he says, I've never paid a dime of credit card interest, and how that kind of rang in the people's ears as something that was really, really positive? What do you think about that?
He said he never paid a dime of credit card interest?
Never a dime of credit card interest, ever. Never paid a dime of interest to the credit card company, ever.
Testimony service right there.
That is. A lot of people look at it that way, don't they?
Absolutely.
I'm getting ready to show you how this billionaire, by taking that stance, has thrown away millions of dollars. Throwing it away.
You're wrong, Don. You're so wrong.
So you're challenging me to prove it.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes,
all right, here we go. So folks, here's what I've got. I've got $2,456 and a penny on a 30% credit card. And credit cards are amortized over 240 months. Okay. And what I'm showing here on the screen is the interest only payment on that card. Okay. Is $61.40, which means if we paid off this credit card today, we would save exactly $61.40. So, Coffee, did you realize in dollars and cents that the interest cost is really that low on a 30% card?
Don, I'm speechless right now.
Okay. So here's what we're talking about. Okay. So now remember, I have $2,456 and a penny. I'm putting on a mortgage at 6%. Here's a $200,000 mortgage at 6%. And last week, interest rates went to 6.25. So we have a $200,000 mortgage at 6%. The payment on that is $1,199.10. Okay. So watch this, folks. Here's what we're talking about. $200,000 mortgage at 6%. We're scrolling down here. We're scrolling down. And I need you to take a look at this number. Remember, our credit card, we had $2,456 and a penny on it at 30%. And this billionaire said, I pay my cards off every single month. By paying this card off, he was saving $61. Watch this. I'm looking at cumulative principal here and cumulative interest. Watch this, cumulative principal and cumulative interest. So $2,456 and a penny, the same amount that's on that credit card is the amount of principal that we pay in 1 year on this loan. And look at the interest, $11,933.19. Wow. Watch this. Okay. If he had taken the money that he paid off the credit card so he could save $61. If he had taken this money and put it on this mortgage instead, do you realize he would have saved the interest on this line right here? He would have saved $10,944.42 instead. By being proud of the fact that he doesn't pay credit card interest when he has other loans on real estate, and I'm talking about millions of dollars in multifamily real estate that he's paying the minimum payments on because he's cash flowing so much money because he believes in cash flow. I'm not saying he's not making money. He's making a ton. But what I am saying, he's missing an opportunity to make more because he could take a small amount of cash that he's keeping in reserve, because all these billionaires, all these millionaires, people who are in real estate keep money in reserve just in case something goes wrong. And that money that they're keeping in reserve doesn't make that much interest. The money that they're investing makes all the interest. The monies that they keep in reserve don't, because they want to be able to access it quickly. And that is the cost of keeping monies in reserve. It doesn't make that much money in interest. So by taking a small amount of money in reserve, he can save hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest. And watch this. So in this case, what he's saying is, I never pay credit card interest. And in this case, he would be saving $61 in interest. But But at the same token, he's saying it's okay for me to pay the same amount to this mortgage and pay $11,933.19. He's saying that at the same time. Miss Coffee Brown, are you picking up what we're putting down?
Yeah, my nerves bad now, Don. Lord have mercy. You know, oh my goodness, God. This is a lot. It's too early to be drinking, okay? It's too early.
Listen, so the things that we've been taught over the years, this is the kind of thing that we're going to be learning in the P.I.L.L method, the ICE community, okay? In our community, you're going to be learning more information like this. I'm talking about information that's not being taught anywhere else, that's going to go against the grain, and it's going to be available on video so people can tap in and see it. Oh, and listen, and because you are part of the P.I.L.L method, oh my goodness, a part of this P.I.L.L method community, you'll have access to this information and you'll have permission. People ask me all the time, how come Dave Ramsey isn't talking about what you're talking about? How come Susie Orman isn't talking about what you're talking about? The main reason is because I own the copyright and they don't have permission.
I was going to say, Don, do they even know? I mean, you know, I think they're oblivious to this. Because you know what, Don, the truth of the matter is they teach what they've been taught. That's all you can teach somebody else is what you've been taught. Whether it's wrong or not, it's what you've been taught and what you've been exposed to. I think they would freak out if they actually got access to this information and heard it. I think they would really freak out.
I tell you what, Coffee, you know, that might be true, except it's not true because they are very aware of who we are. I've got a video that proves it.
Sweet baby Jesus. I'm going back on mute.
I'm going to send it to you. All right.
Lord have mercy, Don.
I'm going to send it to you. I'm sorry?
Send it to me too.
The credit card, I will send it to you as well. Okay. I'll send it to you as well.
So, Don,
Yes.
one has to wonder, are they siding with the banks? Because why wouldn't you want this information out? Why wouldn't you want to implement this?
Oh, I
I
guarantee.
was going to ask the same thing, Kenyatta. They got to have some kind of vested interest for not saying something.
I guarantee you they're not siding with the banks. I can guarantee that. Okay. You know what they are doing? Let me put it this way. Would Ford ever endorse Tesla?
No, sir.
Okay. So I'm driving up I-65 from Huntsville. It takes about an hour and a half to get to Nashville. And what do I see over on the right from the highway? A big old brand new building with Dave Ramsey on it. Okay. So if he's got this big old building, he's got all these employees, he's got all these followers all across the nation, would he ever endorse the P.I.L.L method? That part, that's what it's about. Ford is not going to endorse Tesla. They're just not going to do it. It's not good business.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.